right here a mutated creature washed up, and over the next few years more appeared and then completely vanished.
The sighting of the so-called Montauk Monster.
The Montauk Monster.
Nobody knows what it is.
But the strangest part is just a mile away from this beach is one of the most mysterious labs that experiments with animals, diseases, and potentially even humans.
None of the animals that they use in their experiments is allowed to leave Plum Island alive.
It's so full of poison that nobody ever should be allowed on it.
So I'll be figuring out if this creature came from this secret island and what exactly is going on there. And right at these coordinates, July 2008, is where the first of these creatures was seen. Whoa, yo, we got 2 more creatures, bro. This creature was seen by 3 people, and we're gonna be talking to them later, but they immediately posted a picture online, and this picture went everywhere. And the first theory people came up with is that this creature was from this island called Plum Island. This island's about a mile away, and what it's known as is a animal disease testing facility. But there's a lot of conspiracies that it was started by a Nazi scientist, that there's been major disease outbreaks, and that they're doing biochemical warfare testing. Have you heard of the Montauk Monster? Have you seen it? You have?
It almost looked like a raccoon.
Actually, one of the leading scientific theories is that the creature was a decaying raccoon, but we'd soon later find holes in that theory when I called one of the original witnesses. So it was 4 of you guys, correct?
There was 4 of us, yeah.
And how did you guys stumble upon this creature?
It was like a big swell day. The ocean was pretty gnarly. And we were like, look at these tourists, like circled around, like whatever, you know, like what are they doing? You know, it's this bloated animal. And then we started to show the picture to people around the restaurants we were working at. People, you know, like text message the picture, like with our flip phones. It just took off from there, and it just became a huge sensation. It looked like there was like a tether on its arm. It was hairless. It looked like it had a beak. Yeah, there were some weird things, and Plum Island was definitely brought up. Maybe something was going on there because it was so close in proximity to Montauk.
Is that like dogs or raccoons washing up common to that area?
Never seen that before in my whole life.
Okay, that's interesting.
We were also the only people who took a picture that day. No one else documented it, which was kind of crazy.
Do you know what happened to the carcass after?
Some of our friends got it off the beach that night and brought it to their backyard, and like all the locals were going to their house and checking it out and seeing what it was. It got passed around a bunch. I know that
that's crazy.
Have been like since been disposed, but it made its rounds.
Do you know much about Plum Island?
Before this all happened, I didn't know much about it. I know that they do like animal testing there and stuff, and I've known some people that work over there, and it's pretty, you know, top secret. But then we were like, you know, contemplating, oh, is this like a hybrid animal that they tested and created? Maybe something was released and it got sent over to Montauk, like made its way around the Montauk Point and landed up on the beach where we were that day.
So we're back where the first creature was found, and we're gonna try to retrace the steps of where this thing was apparently dragged to. I've gotten a lot of hate for how small and weak my flashlight was, so I bought the world's brightest flashlight. Oh my gosh. So one of Courtney's friends had taken the monster off the beach.
According to a 22-year-old lifeguard named Colin Davis, along with his friends, claims to have recovered the remains after they decomposed a lot more.
This thing stinks.
I guess he was trying to hide it.
They're trying to hide it.
Yeah, so someone else wouldn't take it? It's a bizarre story. I don't quite understand it at all. All we do know for sure is this creature was never seen again. What I'm noticing is there's a lot of good spots to hide bones in this trail. Like, you could literally hide it, like, right there, and nobody would honestly ever notice.
I don't know what's more horrifying, the creature or him dragging the creature to a random forest.
I think in the realm of possibility, he did find this creature, he did drag it up here, and he was gonna send it to a lab. But if it were actually from Plum Island, they're supposed to kill all the animals on there. They can't have the diseases they're testing on there. Get out. That is true. After the body was apparently passed around from local to local, it eventually disappeared. No traces of it are known to this day, but that's not where the case goes cold. Just 1 year later, a man named Nicky Papers found a second one. And this was even publicized everywhere as Montauk Monster 2.0 or another Montauk Monster. But this one is also the closest to Plum Island, this mysterious lab that we're gonna go to later.
There's some shit that definitely came from Plum Island.
This one looks bizarre. This one has what looks like a pig snout, And then its hands don't look like the other hands. It looks like hooves.
Nah, they made a half pig, half horse.
Some of the things it has in common with the other thing, completely hairless, bloated. The front does look a little bit like a beak, but it's around the same size as well. And then there was one more sighting that also got a picture. And this next one happened to wash ashore next to the location of the original monster. In 2020, a man and his girlfriend walked up right here and they saw it. This one almost looks more like a normal animal, I think. But they all do look kind of similar, like same-ish coloring. They all do have sharp teeth and all about the same size.
But also, I have seen a lot of dogs around here.
You think it's a dog?
There's a possibility one of these dogs like, ooh, let's go jump in the water. Drowned and then...
I see two dogs right now.
It's my block.
Okay. With everything we've gathered so far, the next best course of action was to ask the locals themselves about the monster and Plum Island. Yo, excuse me, sir. Do you know anything about the Montauk Monster?
No, I don't really know much about it. Kind of boring.
The girl said it was boring.
Typical Tuesday for me. Do you know anything about the Montauk Monster? Have you heard of that by chance?
Dude, that's all bullshit.
Oh, bullshit? What do you think it was?
It was nothing.
We're kind of more looking into like Plum Island, if you've heard of it.
Yeah, I've had. Big thing about that place is that do experiments on animals and come up with like crazy diseases.
See, that's what I was thinking the like animal could have come from, the Montauk one.
It's the security guys that are in charge of the island.
It kind of looked like it was like a dead raccoon.
Have you heard of Plum Island?
Yeah,
Our theory is that it came from there. What do you think about that?
it's not far-fetched because that's where they do animal testing and
Yeah.
nobody's allowed to go there and the current could take an animal from there to here.
There were a few more creatures that just never got pictures taken of them, but nobody ever figured out what any of these were. The only theory that people really had is that these came from Plum Island. We know that Plum Island does animal testing, so I think the only way to figure out what these creatures are is to look more into Plum Island. The closest legal point you can see the island from is Orient Point. However, once we got there, we were already finding signs of death. Oh, hell nah. Bro, this is what happens when you get the Plum Island disease. So this up here is the closest that you can get on land to Plum Island. So we're gonna take off the drone from here and be able to see absolutely everything. Oh my gosh, I can see it so well. There is literally almost no drone footage of this island. This footage we're getting right now might be the highest quality footage of this island that exists. I've got a clear shot of Lab 257. We're gonna verify this all later in the video, but this apparently is the lab that was started by a Nazi scientist, had multiple disease outbreaks, was experimenting on biochemical warfare, and invented a new strain of Lyme disease that got leaked out into Lyme, Connecticut. We're doing this video for Joe Bartolozzi, bro. He got bit by a tick and now can't eat any mammal meat. And my theory, where the Montauk Monster came from. Dude, there's 100% still tons of people there. According to articles, the island was supposed to be shut down in 2023.
What do you see?
I see 8 cars, 2 boats. Oh, dude, there's probably like over 100 cars on this island. We know what security looks like, but tomorrow we're gonna take a boat even closer to the island.
Wait, how close are we getting to this island?
Turns out we'd be getting closer than anyone has before, and the only man crazy enough to take us is Captain Jeff here. Thanks for taking us.
Well, you found the right guy. You know, I'm actually a WASP. I grew up, actually, everyone claims it came over the Mayflower. My family actually did. Nichols Wool was the first wool company in the United States. They employed a lot of people, and I actually have a land deed from King Charles. He gave me, my family, a deed to harvest the land recreational as I see fit. So
we got the perfect guy for this.
I did this farm.
Once we get close to this island, we gotta actually watch out for animals. If we see a mosquito come near us, we're done. Do you know anything, or do you have any theories on what the Montauk Monster was?
No, but that was weird shit, that thing. You know, I don't know. I don't think that looked like a raccoon. Let's go find the monster, right?
I wonder what the chances we get stopped by the Coast Guard are.
Probably pretty high, I'd imagine.
The honestly scariest thing about this island is that any animal that touches ground on the island, they legally have to kill because it might have got infected. That's how contaminated this island is.
Do we count as animals?
Probably. They'd probably slime us out if we landed there. So to give you a little bit of the history of this lab, it was created for the purpose of researching something called foot and mouth disease.
Foot and mouth disease?
Foot and mouth disease.
I know why they were researching that disease.
But no, this is a serious disease that affects cattle and a lot of livestock. And so if this disease were to get out, it spreads so rapidly that it would basically wipe out the entire population of like cattle and people's food, which would be like the worst case scenario. In 1978, apparently the disease did get out, but they were able to stop it. I think they had to kill around 6 million cattle or something though. I'm like actually genuinely a little scared of this island because there have been multiple confirmed real outbreaks of diseases. To my knowledge, nobody has ever made a video and actually gone as close as we are. We are the first investigators to do this, bro.
Bro, I'm too black for this shit, bro.
Dude, this guy's getting way closer than I thought. How close are we allowed to get to Plum Island? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. It's scary. It's tempting.
Oh, it is. That is the U.S. Coast Guard.
Bro, it's the Coast Guard.
You know what's even crazier than the Coast Guard?
What?
That you can make cash by playing games on your phone.
What? Bro, I'm not gonna record for you anymore. I'm just gonna be playing games all day.
Wait, what? What?
Bro, I quit.
But Free Cash is a free online platform that pays you to play games, take surveys, and even more. Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm not playing a game.
You're playing right now?
Yeah.
There's a ton of games like Idle Bank Tycoon, where you just play, then redeem rewards for actual money. Dude, this is crazy. I did not think we were gonna get this close at all. But unlike this island we're trying to go to, Free Cash is super trustworthy with 4.7 stars on Trustpilot. I personally used it myself and actually made money. And you can withdraw a ton of different places like PayPal, Venmo, Amazon, or even just straight to your bank account. But we're just about to the island. Ethan, you gotta stop playing games.
No, I'm good.
So sign up now by scanning this QR code or clicking the link in the description. New users will get a $10 bonus on their first offer. Go check it out, guys. The honestly scariest thing about this island is that there's rumors that they haven't just been experimenting with animals, but they've also been experimenting on people. There's been, I think, around 4 known bodies found on the island. And the most concerning one was a man that washed up on the island. He was described as having extremely long fingers, which is kind of weird. And he had 5 drill holes in his skull, meaning that his brain most likely got experimented on.
Bro, I'm too black.
We can literally like easily see.
You can see the buildings and stuff.
Yeah, I can see the buildings. We were finally in view of the actual island, home to one of the most secretive labs in the world and the potential birthplace of the Montauk Monster. I kind of think we're too close already and this guy keeps going closer. Dude, he's like scaring me a little.
There's a whole bunch of buildings over there.
Shit! Oh my gosh, that looks newer. Ethan just pointed out, there's a light on. Electricity is on. This thing is still running.
No! Yo, how'd you catch that? How did you even do that?
I might be Spider-Man. All right, so this lab right behind me is Lab 101. This is the newer lab that could still be operational. It was supposed to have closed down 2 years ago. But what's shocking is there's so many animals like landing on it, so many birds landing on it. If this island is contaminated, we're all cooked. This is not secure at all. It's not that far off of other islands or off of New York. I've marked down on the map where the old lab is. I think it's just up here. This is where the weird shit would be. That lab is still contaminated. Like nobody can go there, not even the scientists or anything. On the lab right in front of us, they've experimented on some of the deadliest animal diseases. There's rumors that this lab was run by a Nazi scientist, that they've leaked out diseases to test on the US population, that they made bioweapons through ticks and insects. It's pretty worrisome that there's so many rumors of outbreaks from Plum Island, and it doesn't seem that they're that secure. And heading back to the mainland, we saw just how unsecure things were. Biggest thing I wanted to check at this island is if an animal could actually swim that far. The island is just back there, you can kind of see it. Then we have this, and then more islands leading all the way. We saw countless birds flying back and forth between Plum Island and the populated town of Montauk. And later we'd be speaking to someone who actually stepped foot inside the island's labs. But after seeing that it looked like people were still on the island, there was one more spot on the mainland where we could confirm this, right across from Plum Island. And this is the Plum Island Disease Center port, right here. This is the only spot where the boats take off from, and they have a crazy amount of security. I'm a little confused because I was under the impression this place is closed, there's no one here, but look, that's their parking lot right there. Look how many cars are there. So are all those people on Plum Island right now? Dude, look at how many cameras they have up here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7.
There's not 7. We have to stop doing that. People were calling us cringe. Yeah. You're unk. I didn't make the joke. We're making a video documentary just about like Plum Island and stuff. Is it open still or is it closed down?
It's open, but we won't be able to get in.
Do you guys know anything about it?
They're doing the same things they used to do. I don't think they shut down everything. I mean, boats leave here all day long.
I had heard it closed down like 2 years ago, but it doesn't look like it.
No.
Interesting.
Well, not everything. I don't know if they closed down some and not the other stuff.
Oh, okay, got it. Have you by chance heard of the Montauk Monster?
I've heard of it. I've seen pictures of it. It was a while ago.
No correlation there?
I don't think so. I don't know.
All the evil experiments and stuff they were doing and they closed this down 2 years ago, yeah, that's not true. It's still open. The guy who works right next to it every day said boats come and go from the Plum Island Center every day. It's clearly still operational. This lab seemed more mysterious than ever, and after all our investigating, we still never found out if they had Nazi scientists, were spreading diseased ticks, experimenting on humans, and if the Montauk Monster had come from the island. So we talked to the only person who could answer these, a man who's actually been to the island.
I was doing investigative reporting for a newspaper called the Long Island Press.
This is Carl Grossman, an experienced reporter who has been investigating Plum Island for over 30 years.
Yeah, I've been there 3 times. There I was in Greenport, and there were all these other reporters. We jumped on the ferry, the government ferry, to Plum Island, and immediately you knew how crazy things were. We have to take off our clothes. They suited us up. One of the first briefings, and he's talking about the research that they've done. He lifted up a vial, and he said, this is foot and mouth disease virus. In fact, there's enough in this vial, he said, to infect all the cattle on Earth. I said, what is going on? I mean, this is kind of mad science. Well, I had heard some stuff about biological warfare research being done on Plum Island. The PR person for agriculture said, all we do on Plum Island in terms of biological warfare is defensive biological warfare research. A guy by the name of Eric Traub, Dr. Eric Traub, and he was there on opening day when they opened. He also was very active in Nazi activity.
Like, the story I had heard was that he was actually a Nazi scientist.
Well, worse than that. When the war broke out, he went back to his homeland. He goes back to Germany, where they developed biological warfare to be used against the Soviet Union. That's what he did. Ticks were an agent in biological warfare. My 3rd time on Plum Island, this jumps a couple of decades. Lyme disease had at that point been absolutely epidemic on eastern Long Island.
It's been long theorized that the Nazi scientist Eric Traub had developed Lyme disease at Plum Island, which was then leaked and possibly infected the town of Lyme, Connecticut. It's important to note that Lyme disease has actually existed for over 60,000 years, and most scientists disagree with the Plum Island origin theory. I know there's been a few bodies that have ended up on Plum Island, but that's more recent times. Do you think there's any association with that?
No, I don't think so.
Not enough.
But I'm super careful.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think that's the right way to go about things. What initially got me into this story was the Montauk Monster.
There's some question about whether that was a result of deformed life caused by Plum Island. I'm very careful. So I've never made a deal out of the Montauk Monster.
So just to get a clear answer, you would basically say there's not enough information to know.
Not enough evidence on that.
Fair. All right, guys. Since the original body of the Montauk Monster